All right, what a day. The name's Guido Mista, and usually my days are pretty straightforward. A little bit of trouble, a little bit of action, make sure the boss is safe. But today? Today was different. I ran into this guy with a long nose, some crazy goggles, and a slingshot. A slingshot? He called himself God Usopp or something. At first, I almost laughed. A slingshot? Against my Sex Pistols? This should be a walk in the park. But man, was I wrong. This long-nosed weirdo was something else entirely. He started off by yelling some dramatic speech about being a brave warrior of the sea. I just sighed and pulled out my revolver. All right, pal, let's just get this over with. I fired a shot. Number 1, number 2, and number 3 rode the bullet straight for him, easy peasy. But then, something crazy happened. He whipped out his slingshot, Kabuto he called it, and fired a tiny seed. A seed! It exploded midair into a tangle of massive, thorny vines, blocking my bullet completely. The pistols were sent flying, complaining in my head. Mista, what was that? It came out of nowhere! I gritted my teeth. Okay, so this wasn't going to be a simple takedown. Not bad, Longnose, I said, reloading, but you're just delaying the inevitable. He grinned, a cocky, almost shaky grin. You haven't seen anything yet. Prepare to face the wrath of Captain Usopp. He fired again, this time a pellet that burst on the ground and released this thick, disgusting, sticky goo. I had to jump back just to avoid getting my favorite boot stuck. This guy's arsenal was unpredictable, to say the least. Seeds, goo. What was next, rotten eggs? Turns out it was rotten eggs. He literally fired a fresh egg shot right at my face. I dodged, but the smell was enough to make my eyes water. Are you kidding me? I yelled, getting genuinely annoyed now. Is your whole fighting style based on a grocery list? While I was distracted by the stench, he used the opening. Special attack, Firebird Star. A pellet shaped like a bird, trailing smoke, shot towards me. It exploded in a burst of flame right where I was standing. I rolled out of the way just in time, feeling the heat singe my hat. This guy was dangerous. Annoying, but dangerous. My pistols were buzzing with a mix of excitement and fear. Mista, he's tricky. He's not just shooting, he's thinking, Number 5 shouted in my ear. He was right. Every shot was a setup. The vines, the goo, the egg, they were all meant to distract me, to control the battlefield. I had to be smarter. I had to be quicker. I took a deep breath. All right, pistols. New plan. We're going all out. No more holding back. I aimed carefully, not at him, but at the wall behind him. I fired all 6 shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All my little guys screamed as they rocketed off the bullet. They ricocheted off the wall, the ground, a nearby lamppost. Total chaos. What is this? Usopp yelled, his eyes wide as he tried to track 6 different bullets coming at him from 6 different directions. It's my stand, Sex Pistols, I yelled back. They can change a bullet's trajectory. There's nowhere to run. He panicked, firing a volley of his own weird ammo. A sleeping star released a cloud of gas. A shuriken star sent sharp projectiles flying. It was a beautiful, chaotic mess of explosions and ricochets. One of my bullets, ridden by number 6, found its mark, grazing his arm. Gah! He stumbled back, clutching the wound. A direct hit. But just as I thought I had him, he did something I never expected. He fell to his knees, tears and snot streaming down his face. I can't go on. I'll die if I go to that island. Disease is acting up. I surrender. He was blubbering, completely pathetic. I lowered my gun, confused. Was he serious? This whole epic fight and he just gives up? But then I saw it. The slight glint in his eye, the way his hand was slowly reaching for his bag while he was sobbing. It was a trick, a damn clever trick. He was playing possum. I almost fell for it. Nice try, Pinocchio, I said, raising my revolver again. His eyes shot open, pure shock on his face. He'd been found out. He scrambled backwards, pulling out his last resort. It looked like a dial of some kind. An impact dial. He held it out, a desperate look on his face. He warned me that it stored up kinetic energy and would unleash it all at once. I had to end this. I couldn't let him use whatever that thing was. I aimed, but not at him. I aimed at a loose cobblestone near his feet. I fired. Number 5, my little crybaby, rode this one. He kicked the bullet with all his might, sending it ricocheting off the cobblestone and straight up into Usopp's slingshot, shattering it into pieces. His ultimate weapon was gone. He just stared at the broken wood in his hands, completely defeated. He had no more tricks, no more weird ammo, no more plans. He looked up at me, not with fear, but with a weird kind of respect. You're pretty strong, he mumbled. I walked over and offered him a hand. He looked surprised but took it. You're not so bad yourself, Longnose, I said, pulling him to his feet. For a guy with a slingshot, you gave me a real headache. We both kind of just stood there for a second, catching our breath. What a bizarre fight. Against a bizarre guy. Honestly, it was almost fun. Almost. I still think 4 is an unlucky number, but fighting this guy was a whole other level of unpredictable. And that's the story of how I fought a so-called god from the sea. It was weird, it was intense, and I'm probably going to need to wash my clothes 3 times to get the smell of rotten eggs out. But hey, a win is a win. You just gotta be ready for anything, I guess. Even exploding plants and crying warriors. Man, what a world. Thanks for tuning into my story. It's not every day you get a tale like this, so I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to hear more about my eventful life, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. You never know what kind of weirdo I'll run into next. Stay safe out there. Ciao.